Floyd Mulvihill is one of those background piston cup racers that I didn't have in my collection for a very long time. When I was a kid, when the piston cup racers were first coming out, I only got RPM, Leakless, Nitrate, the ones in the main line. Because every other one out there was only released through Kmart events, something that I was not aware of. I didn't even know they made other piston cup racers. The thought never really crossed my mind, quite frankly, but yeah, they were out there primarily at Kmart events. And since I didn't know about those, I returned to cars collecting in 2017 with very few in my collection. I picked up a Dave Alternators in 2016 because I just thought Revolting was a funny sponsor name and I wanted to get him. And since then, I also found Ruby Easy Oaks in 2017. I found his 2015 2-pack still rotting away on store shelves. But since then, I've been able to fully build up my Piston Cup Racer collection because Mattel's been doing such a great job at re-releasing all of the Cars 1 Piston Cup Racers after the release of Cars 3, and I've been able to get nearly every single one. Now I'm only missing two, those being Ernie Gearson and Eugene Carbareski, and obviously the Apple Car, but we don't really count him. They've released everyone except for those two, and it was a real shame to see that Eugene and Ernie didn't return in 2024 to help complete the set, but hey, fingers crossed, here's hoping next year, please, Mattel, please, we need to see him back. People gotta finish their collections. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Floyd Mulvihill, who was a birthday request from Franz Puppeteer. Thank you so much for your request, as always, and I hope you've had a great birthday. Now, Floyd here, if you couldn't already tell from the eyes and my story at the beginning of the review, I didn't get him until his 2022 2-pack release with Krusty Rotor. He's got pretty notably small eyes compared to other releases. That's just what his Thailand variant looks like. Floyd, of course, is one of those characters who returned in Cars 3 with a wildly different design. What happened there, guys? How did we go from this to this? I much prefer this design for Floyd Mulvihill. I think as far as the Cars 1 Piston Cup Racer designs go, Floyd is probably one of the weaker ones in my opinion. He's pretty generic, but just now, looking at him, I think I realized what they were going for when they made him. Do you guys think that he's supposed to look like a pill? With this very, very flat dual color thing going on, do you think he's supposed to look like a Gasprin pill? Well, then again, Gasprin appears to be round tablets here, and here they seem to be pills. So you know what? I don't really know, but I feel like he's got a medicinal feel to him, so I guess they did do that right. As you can see on the hood, we've got Gasprin, Hood Acre Leaf. Obviously, it's a play on aspirin. Obviously, very, very clear pun there. And the number 70 over his headlight. A very nice growling expression, very similar to most of the other racers of his mold, that of course being the Leakless model. Got the number 70 on the side, all the secondary sponsors you'd expect. Let's see, Piston Cup, Nitrate, Revolting, Octane Gain, Mood Springs, Vitaline, No Stall, Gaskets, and Gasprin, Easy Idle, RPM, Little Turkey Pistons, Leakless, Retread, and Clutch Aid. I could probably recite that in my sleep at this point. Got Where's that very nice yellow stripe there? And while he does have this pretty generic design, I think it does work for him, and it does certainly make him stand out amongst the rest of the Piston Cup racers. This is one of those Cars 1 Piston Cup racers that just screams 2006 graphic design to me. Just like how Floyd here is an item, Floyd's Cars 3 release, that is an item that screams, 2017 graphic design. These are really such time capsules of the era of design they came from. The overly simplified designs of the mid-2000s and the overly complex designs of the mid-2010s. What you'll notice is no racers in the first movie really have, drop shadows behind their letters. There's nothing that really gives the lettering any depth, or at least not very much. It does look like there might be a bit of a 3D effect going on with the number 70 there, but it's really not all that strong. The designs here are very flat compared to the Cars 3 designs that are really made to catch your attention and pop out almost a bit too much. It's just interesting to see how much computer graphic design language evolved in only a decade. Gasprin logo there, as well as on the back, and on the back here, it just says Gasprin hood acre leaf once again. And I guess maybe you could consider this a pill shape, maybe. You'd see that as far as Cars 3 piston cup racers go, Floyd's Cars 3 variant is honestly a pretty direct adaptation of the original. It's honestly a pretty close update to it. Most of the designs are the same, it's just that Gasperin's been replaced with the pill logo and they've really modernized him. I think it's pretty cool to see, especially because this is supposed to be the same character despite the major size and shape differences, how they basically just took the pre-existing design and updated it. I kind of wish more Cars 3 racers did that, where they're pretty much the same, just with some major updates here and there. And finally, there is a look at the base. So, there's your look at Cars 1 Floyd Mulvihill, and I guess a bit of Cars 3 Floyd as well. Thank you once again to Franz Puppeteer for the request. Hope you had a great birthday. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.